Good morning, guys. Today we are going to see exercise 6.4, problem number 17. If the pair of straight lines x square is given x square minus 2kxy minus y square equal to 0, bisect the angle between x square minus 2lxy minus y square equal to 0. Show that the latter pair also bisects the angle between the former. See here, the given is this pair of straight lines bisect the angle between this pair of straight lines. Okay, here we have to prove this pair of straight line also bisect the angle between this pair of straight lines. Okay, first I am going to take this pair of straight line and find out the equation of the angle bisector. So, equation of the angle bisectors, the formula is x square minus y square by a minus b equal to xy by h. So, using this formula, I am going to find out angle bisectors for this equation. So, here I just want to substitute the value for a, b and h, we will get the equation. So, a, b and h value will be taken from the equation x square minus 2k xy minus y square equal to 0. So, here what is a? X square minus y square, a minus b. So, I need a value. Here a value is coefficient of x square is 1 minus b value is coefficient of y square. Coefficient of y square is minus 1. So, minus 1 into minus, it is plus 1 equal to xy by h value is coefficient of xy. So, 2h value is minus 2k. So, 2 cancel, h value is minus k. So, now just cross multiply the denominators. So, we can get here it is 2. So, I am going to take this 2 this side. I am going to take this minus to this side. It is multiply with minus k x square minus y square into minus k plus k y square equal to 1 plus 1 2 into xy. So, bring this side minus k square minus 2xy plus 2xy will become minus 2xy plus ky square equal to 0. So, here I want to change this sign. So, plus k square 2xy minus k y square. So, this is the equation of the angle bisector for this equation. So, here I am going to compare this equation. I am going to take this equation 1 and this is 2. I am going to compare equation 1 and 2. Comparing equation 1 and 2, here kx square plus 2xy minus ky square equal to 0. So, take this equation x square minus 2l xy minus y square, because these two equations we can compare, because this pair of straight lines bisect the angle between these lines they given. So, for this particular equation we will get equation of the angle bisectors, we are getting this equation. So, we can compare these two equations. If you compare these two equations, k by coefficient of x square k, here coefficient of x square is 1 equal to, here coefficient of xy is 2 divided by here coefficient of xy is minus 2l equal to here coefficient of minus k, here minus 1, minus minus cancel, so k equal to here 2 k will be cancelled, minus 1 by l, so l equal to minus 1 by k. So I have taken this value for l from comparing these two equations. Next I am going to find out equation of the bisector for this line. So equation of the bisectors angle, equation of the angle bisector x square minus y square equal by a minus b equal to xy by h. So from here I am going to take value a, b and h value. In this a value is 1, b value is minus 1, c 2h value is minus 2, l 2 cancel, so minus l. So here x square minus y square by a value is 1, b value minus 1 plus will become plus 1, xy by minus l. Just cross multiply as like here. Okay, now minus l x square minus into minus plus l y square equal to 2xy. So if I bring this side, so if you bring 2xy to left hand side, minus l x square minus 2xy plus l y square equal to 0. So here I am going to change the sign, l x square plus 2xy minus l y square equal to 0. So if I apply l equal to minus 1 by k in this equation, because already we have found the l value minus 1 by k, I am going to apply this l value in this equation, because we have to get the equation of the angle bisector will be the first equation, I mean the first pair of straight line which is given in the question. So I have to change the, because that first question we have, once again I write the question here, x square minus 2kxy minus y square equal to 0. So we are going to bring this equation as answer. So here I am going to, here L is there, so I just want to, because here there is no L value, so I am going to I just want to remove the L value, so I am going to apply L is equal to minus 1 by k in this equation. Here apply this minus 1 by k x square plus 2xy minus, here minus 1 by k, so it will be plus 1 by k, y square equal to 0. So here two terms are fraction mode, so I am taking common denominator as k. So here minus x square plus 2xy, this is plus y square, here if you take commonly k value as a denominator, here minus x square, here there is no k value, so we have to multiply with the k here, 2kxy here plus y square equal to 0. So carry this to k this side, it will become 0. So minus x square plus 2kxy plus y square equal to 0. So if you change the sign here, plus x square minus 2kxy minus y square equal to 0, which is the given equation. So from the second equation, again we are finding the equation of the angle bisector as a first equation. So this hence proved. So question number 17 over. Next question number 18. Prove that the straight line joining the origin 18. First I am going to write the given points of intersection of two equations are given. We have to prove that point of intersections of 3x square plus 5x minus 3y square plus 2x plus 3y. So here 3x square plus 5xy minus 3y square plus 2x plus 3y equal to 0, and 3x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0 or at right angles. So here we have to prove it forms a right angle. So here we have given two equations. First I am going to merge these two equations. So I am going to find out the combined equation here. Here 3x minus 2y equal to 1. 1 can be minus 1 will be plus 1. Okay. First I am going to take this equation. With this equation I am going to merge this equation. I am going to find out combined equation for these two equations. So now 3x square plus 5xy minus 3y square plus, here this alone I am going to write as in the bracket, because these two terms alone I am taking separately, equal to 0. Anyway we know that always 1 is hiding everywhere. Okay, so here some 1 is hiding. So here I am just consider this 1 for merging these two equations. So here 3x square plus 5xy minus 3y square plus 2xy plus 3y. Instead of 1, can I write 3x minus 2y? Instead of 1, I am going to write 3x minus 2y equal to 0. From this, I am going to, from this equation, I am writing 3x minus 2y instead of 1. Okay, now I am going to multiply this two factors. So 3x square plus 5xy minus 3y square plus, we know how to multiply, 2 into 3, 6x square, 2 into minus 4xy here plus 9xy here minus 6y square equal to 0. Next, write according to the order. Here x square term, first x square term, 3x square, 6x square, it is 9x square. Next xy term, 5xy minus 4xy is xy plus 9xy is 10xy. Next y square term, here we have a minus 3, here we have a minus 6, so minus 9y square equal to 0 is the combined equation. So now I have found the combined equation for this given two equations. Next I have to prove it forms a right angle. So if the lines makes angle 90 degree, they are supposed to be perpendicular lines. Definitely it will be perpendicular. Then only we will get the angle 90 degree. So we have a condition for perpendicular. Condition for perpendicular lines, we have a plus b equal to 0. So if this equation satisfied, we can say this pair of straight lines are perpendicular lines. So perpendicular, if it is perpendicular lines, definitely there is a 90 degree angle. It's a right angle. Okay, here what is a? Coefficient of x square. What is b? Coefficient of y square. So 9 plus 9 minus 9. So here minus 9 equal to 0. So 0 equal to, so it is satisfied. So we can say these two lines in this pair of straight lines are perpendicular lines. So if the lines are perpendicular, definitely the angle, the lines forms a right angle triangle. So it forms right angled triangle. Sorry, right angles, not triangle. It forms right angle. So by this we can complete exercise 6.4. Also we have completed this chapter, analytical geometry. So next chapter we are going to see chapter 3, trigonometry. It is very important. Lot of basic things are available in this chapter. It's very essential chapter for your future studies. So learn this chapter properly. Just don't miss these videos to learn this, because if you are missing the videos in between, you can't able to understand the problems. Here I am going to recall trigonometry ratios first. So because we already learnt in the 10th standard about trigonometry chapter, few things, few basic knowledge you may aware of this, but here I am going to recall all the basic knowledge once again, and then we will go for the problems. First we know that 6 ratios in the trigonometry. It is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, and then cosecant theta, secant theta, and tan theta. So these 6 ratios are very important to learn this trigonometry, because base of this only we are going to learn this. So here we know that from the right angle triangle only we can learn this ratios. This is 90 degree angle. If you take, this is theta, this is opposite, this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse. So these 3 sides we know very well. So here sin theta can be written as opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta will be adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is sin by cos. We know that tan theta will be sin theta by cos theta. So sin theta by cos theta, sin theta by cos theta, hypotenuse will be cancelled. It is opposite by adjacent. These things are already you know very well. Once again I just recall this system, then only we can easily study the problems. Okay, cosecant, we know that cosecant theta, it's a reciprocal of sine, isn't it? So cosecant theta is a reciprocal for sine. So cosecant can be written as 1 by sine. So 1 by sine is reciprocal for sine theta. So what is the reciprocal of this one? So it is hypotenuse by opposite. So here secant theta is reciprocal for cos theta. It is 1 by cos theta. So it is a hypotenuse by adjacent. Next tan theta is reciprocal. Sorry, this is not tan theta. This is cot theta. Cot theta is reciprocal for tan theta. So 1 by tan theta equal to adjacent by opposites. So these are the basic things before we start to learn trigonometry. So next we have a table, values, angle values 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, and then here we are going to learn to find the value of more than 90 degree. So here first we need this up to 90 degree values we must know. For sin theta, cos theta and tan theta, learn it. Already this values also given in the book. So learn that values and keep memorize these values for do the problem quickly. So next we have some basic identities. First few basic identities we are going to learn here. So basic, first I am going to give 3. We have a lot of identities in this exercise, sorry, in this chapter. First I am going to give first 3 basic identities. First one is basic trigonometric identities. So first one is cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. This is the very first identity and very important identities, because we are using so many places, so many problems to solve the problem for using these identities. Okay, so by this identity I am going to derive another 2 identity, which is cos square theta equal to, if I take this side, 1 minus sin square theta. So using this identity I just created another identity. So we have another 2 identities we can create from this identity. So next one is sin square, keep it as it is, sin square theta. If you are keeping this, we have to take cos square to other side, 1 minus cos square theta. So from this identity I have created 2 identities. So whenever we required these 2 identities, directly we can apply it. Okay, cos square, if you want to use this identity whenever you required, you can write directly cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So these 2 identities derived from this identity. Second identity is secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So using this identity, second important identity, secant square theta minus tan square theta, here using this identity again I am going to create 2 identities. So secant square theta can be written as 1 plus tan square theta. So secant, if you bring this side, plus tan square theta. Again tan square theta alone, keep the left hand side, it is negative, so you can take this side, this positive, okay, you bring this 1 this side. So tan square theta equal to secant square theta minus 1. If you bring this 1 this side, it is minus, because minus tan theta, take this side, plus tan theta, plus 1, bring this side, minus 1. So these 2 identities derived from this identity. Okay, next third identity is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So once again we can derive 2 identities from this identity. One is cosecant square theta equal to 1 plus cot square theta. Another one is cot square theta equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. So these 3 identities are very important. So another thing, we are going to learn 4 quadrant. So 4 quadrants. I am going to draw the x-axis and y-axis. So in this diagram I am going to teach the 4 quadrants. We know that it is first quadrant, it is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, fourth. In this measurement only anti-clockwise is positive values, clockwise is negative values. So here this is 0 degree, 0 degree. If you measuring this is 90 degree angle. So after 90 it is 180 degree angle. So after 180 it is 270 degree angle. After 270 it is 370. So each quadrant contains 90 degree value. So 90 degree angle value. So 0 to 90 first quadrant, 90 to 180 second quadrant, 180 to 270 third quadrant, 270 to 360 and 0 degree both are same place. So 270 to 360 fourth quadrant. Here I told you we have a ratio 6 ratios. 6 ratios will be positive and negative in different quadrant. So first quadrant all the 6 ratios will be positive. All the 6 ratios sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, cot, all the 6 will be positive in the first quadrant. The second quadrant only sine theta and this relative cosecant theta will be positive. Only these two ratios will be positive, other ratios will be negative. The third quadrant tan theta and this reciprocal cot theta alone positive. All the other 4 ratios will be negative. So here in the fourth quadrant cos theta and this secant theta only positive. Cos and secant only positive. All other 4 will be negative. Here sine, cos, tan, secant, cosecant, cot, all the 6 positive in the first quadrant. When you take first quadrant all the 6 ratios positive. In this second quadrant sine and cosecant alone positive, then cos, secant, tan, cot, other 4s are negative. Like same third quadrant tan theta and cot theta, only these 2 ratios will be positive, other 4 ratios will be negative. And then as well fourth quadrant cos and secant alone positive, other 4 will be negative. This is very important basic knowledge. It's very important basic knowledge. If you do not know this basic, you can't study any problem in this chapter. So very important basic. Here I told you already, here to here 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree will be occur in this first quadrant, 90 to 180 degree values can be occur in the second quadrant, 180 to 270 values will be occur in third quadrant, 270 to 360 values will be occur in the fourth quadrant. Next we can go for the exercise 3.1. So whenever we required the basic things, I will tell you now and then. Now exercise 3.1. So exercise 3.1. First question, we have 5 subdivisions. Identify the quadrant in which an angle of each given measure lies. So here first subdivision is 25 degree. So here they are asking to identify the quadrant for given measurement. 25 degree, where it supposed to be occur in this? In the first quadrant, because 0 to 90 degree in between values will be occur in this first quadrant. So definitely the 25 degree belongs to first quadrant. Second subdivision 825 belongs to 825. You can wonder this 825, sir, there is no value in the 825 in this quadrant. How can we find out? It is not difficult one, very easy. Please understand, 825 is more than 360, isn't it? So highest degree is 360. So the angle rotation 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and then complete circle will be 360 degree. After that, once again you rotate this. Second rotation 360 plus 360, it is 360 plus 360, 720. No, 720. So 720, and then the here 720 rotation. After that 825, 720, you subtract 501, 105. So after here 720, then plus 90 plus 105. 105 will be here, isn't it? So how many rotation? First rotation 360 completed, second rotation 720, third rotation 720 plus 105, 825. So 105 will be after 90 degree. So it must be in the second quadrant. So this is the 105. This is 825 degree will be occur in the second quadrant. So it is belongs to second quadrant. Next, problem number 3, minus 55 belongs to, I told you already, when you measure these values in this quadrant, anti-clockwise will be positive, clockwise will be negative. So if you want to find out negative values, immediately you have to think clockwise. Clockwise 0, so negative here, minus 90 will be here. Minus 55 somewhere here. Sorry, somewhere in this fourth quadrant, 55 somewhere in this 0 to minus negative value, it's below 90 degree. So minus 90 supposed to be here. Minus 90 supposed to be here. So minus 55 will be in the fourth quadrant. It is fourth quadrant. Next, fourth question is 328 degree. 328 degree positive only, anti-clockwise. 328, 272. The value 328 is in between 270 to 360. 272, 360, 328 in between. So it must be in the fourth quadrant. It must be in the fourth quadrant. Next, fifth question. Minus 230 belongs to minus 230. So here I told you negative value supposed to be measured from the clockwise. So to here minus 90, minus 180, minus 230 maybe in second quadrant, because it is minus 270. Here minus 270. So in between minus 180 to minus 270, minus 230 will be there. So minus 230 will be occur in this second quadrant. Second quadrant. So question number 1 over. Next, question number 2. For each given angle, find the coterminal angle with measure of theta such that 0 degree to 360 degree. So here coterminal angle, here they are asking to find out coterminal angle. Here the limit is given 0 degree to 360 degree. So first subdivision is given 395 degree. So here coterminal angle supposed to be in between 0 to 360, it's not more than 360. So we have to subtract from this 360, because coterminal angle supposed to be 0 to 360, in between 0 to 360, not more than 360. So here more than 360, 395 is more than 360. So you have to subtract 360. If you subtract this is 35. It is a coterminal angle. So 35 is in between the given condition. Okay, next second question is 525. Same like last problem. Here more than 360. They are asking to find out only in between 0 to 360. So if you subtract 360 here, 5, 6, 165 degree. 165 degree is a coterminal angle. sorry, third one, 1150, here 1150. So here for your understanding, I will do one by one. If you subtract 360, 0, 9, 7. Again, the value of 790 is more than 360. Once again, we have to subtract 360. So it will be 0, 3, 4. Once again, it is more than 360. So I have to subtract 360 once again. 0, 7, 70. It is in between 0 to 360 value. So the value, the coterminal angle supposed to be less than 360. The theta value is supposed to be less than 360. Up to that we have to subtract from the 360. So here this can be written 3 times we have to subtract 360. This can be written 3 into 360 also we can write. It is 70. For your understanding, I am just writing like this. You can directly write 3 into 360, 1150 minus 3 into 360 equal to 70 also you can write. Next, fourth subdivision. Fourth subdivision, minus 270. Minus 270. Here, in this we have positive values. To find coterminal, we have subtract 360. If you are given minus value to find out coterminal, we have to add 360. We have to add 360. If you add this minus 270 plus 360, definitely it is positive value. It is 90 degree. It is the coterminal angle. If you are getting minus value for finding coterminal, you have to add 360. If you are positive values, you have to subtract 360. Okay, next fifth one, minus 450 as usual, plus 360 because minus value, so I have to add plus value. If you add 360 minus plus here negative, so minus negative value is bigger value, so minus supposed to become coming here, minus 450 minus 360 is it is also 90, isn't it? Minus 90. So these are the coterminal angle. So question number 2 over. Question number 3. If A cos theta minus B sin theta equal to C, show that A sin theta plus B cos theta equal to plus or minus root of A square plus B square minus C square. So here using this condition, I am going to prove this statement. See, I am going to take this first, given A cos theta minus B sin theta equal to C. I am going to squaring on both sides. So if I square this side, A cos theta minus B sin theta whole square equal to C square. Here we can expand A minus B whole square formula. It is A minus B whole square formula. It is A square plus B square minus 2AB. Using this formula, A square cos square theta plus B square sin square theta minus 2AB. 2 into A into B cos theta sin theta. 2AB cos theta sin theta equal to C square. So now here A square, instead of cos square, I told you already, I have given the identity, cos square can be written as 1 minus sin square. This is we have derived from the cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1 formula. So using that formula, I can write cos square instead of cos square 1 minus sin square. So 1 minus sin square theta plus b square into sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. So 1 minus cos square theta minus 2ab cos theta sin theta equal to c square. So if you multiply the brackets a square sin square theta b square cos square theta minus 2ab cos theta sin theta equal to c square. Now look at this step. We have a square separately, b square separately. So what I am going to do, I am going to take this a square and b square alone to other side. So what will happen? Minus a square sin square will be as usual minus b square cos square theta minus 2ab cos theta sin theta equal to, if I carry this a square and b square to this side, it will be minus a square minus b square plus c square. Already c square is in the right hand side. So I just keep it as it is. Okay, now here if I multiply minus throughout the equation, I will get a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta and sin theta. So minus will become plus a square plus b square minus c square. So now look at that. After that, look at this step. This is form of a square plus b square plus 2ab format, no? So can I simplify this left hand side? This is a square plus b square plus 2ab. What is the formula for that? A plus b whole square formula. Here it is a, it is b. A square b square plus 2ab. Expansion. The formula is left hand side is a plus b whole square. So here what is a? A sin theta plus b cos theta whole square equal to a square plus b square minus c square. So actually answer we should bring it a cos theta plus b sin theta. Here we have a sin theta plus b cos theta whole square is there. If I remove this square, how can we remove? Taking square root or take this power to other side, it automatically will be square root. So a sin theta plus b cos theta equal to, if I take the square root this side, it will be plus or minus root of power 2. When you take power 2 to other side, the power will become root. Power 2 will become square root. A square plus b square minus c square, which is want to prove here. This answer we got it from using this given. So by this we can say hence proved. So by this problem we can conclude today's class. We will see the remaining problems in the next class. Thank you.